Hello, everyone. So it's been a while since we were last live. Um, I don't know what time, what day. It wasn't last week anyway. It was the week before that. I think it was Wednesday that week. Yeah. So it's about a week and a bit. Yeah, give or take. Well, a whole week. Yeah, a whole week and a bit. Yeah. But so yeah, it's been a while. Um, we won't be long for live, and I know it's Thursday. Hello, Sean. You got the notification. You're here early. I know probably there won't be many people here this evening. Because usually it's a Wednesday. That's a bit too loud. Um, Usually it's a Wednesday and it's Thursday we're live today. Basically, though, the last week I was just pretty much too lazy. what I'm trying to say. That's why we wasn't really live last week. And yesterday I had an excuse for yesterday because I actually was doing something yesterday. And I didn't get around to it. But last week I pretty much had no excuse. I was just being too lazy to be trying to just stream. Give me a moment. I was just fixing that up. So that was my excuse. No crack, no fun at all. You hardly want a few bricks of a bridge. You hardly want a few of them. If you know what I'm talking about, I don't know if you get the joke. Um, I don't know. Do you get the joke? Sunny at least, yeah. It's supposed to be good. Next few days is supposed to be all right. Not much rain and stuff. No, I'm just reading this. One of the councillors in Cavan came out with an outrageous thing. Uh, that they can send a child to school for less than €50, like clothes and everything. For less than €50, you can send your child back to school. Great stuff. they live in fucking la la world. All these councillors. Hello, Gordon. Good evening. How are we doing? It's hot over there. In Finland at the moment, actually, there's a heat wave. Not so much here. It's 30 something degrees in Finland at the moment. And as you know, Finnish people are not built for that. The same as Irish people are not built for the heat either. So pretty much it's humid, I would say. It's not overly warm, but it's humid here. Um, which draw? Oh, draws. You need. I just said drawing. I was like, what drawing? That draws. Yeah. I have to kind of make a video later on this because it's absolutely outrageous. Then one of the councillors came out and said you can send your child for less than you know. And of course, the Fine Gael. So I'm just reading this because I just seen that actually just when I went live that it was mentioned in this month's meeting at the council. So everybody's not happy. Yeah, sorry, but I know I was just waiting for that because it's actually I don't know what world these councillors live on, because they don't live in reality. They seem to live in delusion. Um, but anyway, how are we all doing? It's been a while since I was chatting to anybody on YouTube, like on stream. It's been a week and a bit. Hello, Brian. It's been a while. How are you doing? I don't know about that. Gordon, to be totally honest, don't know about that one. But yeah, good elected councillors. Um, there's a good bit we can talk about. Just trying to take my head. We won't be that long tonight, but there's a good lot to talk about. A lot has happened in the last week or so. Um, So yeah, first of all, I suppose where I start off with, YouTube's very upset at the moment with me over a few things. They're very upset. The questions, you know, I don't know about that one now. Do-do-do-do-do. But yeah, so YouTube is not very happy with me at the moment for Tortcoin. So they're very upset. Um, that I'm committing Tortcoin. So yes, so that's why the algorithm is literally shoot me in the foot. What's the crown yoke? So that's a new thing YouTube added. I don't know if you were in the stream. They added about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It's basically if you get super chats and stuff for that, your top fan pretty much, the top chatter. You know the way there's such a thing as top chatter, like the most chatted person in the stream or whatever. That's kind of the thing. It's like a thing that was on Twitch, like uh, yo, you get to kind of your name on the list, and that's not that list, not that list in an island. No, not that one. No, not that list. Um, no, it's not who's watching the longest. It's who's commenting the most. Like I have it here on the side of my screen. What it says is do like who's commented the most and who's super chatted. Like obviously there's no such thing as that in the stream, super chatting. But it's who's commenting. Like it shows that who's commented the most. I think. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Let me just look at it. At the look of my turn. What is the leaderboard? That's what's called. A place for fans to stand out in the community. Get top 3 badges in the live chat anyway. How do you get on the leader? XP. Send a live message, send a super chat, send a super sticker. That's how you get it, apparently. Uh, yeah, trying to copy Twitch, but Twitch is not in a good place. Yeah, new number one. I don't know why that's Sean probably should be number one, but at the moment because he's commented a lot. Uh, it's just that's what it says for me because I'm able to see it. Like I got an email about this too. Like all the YouTube creators, like people who upload videos and stuff, got an email saying, "Oh, this is a new thing." But it's nice of YouTube to say this is a new thing. You can use that, but we're going to censor you. Shut up. That's pretty much what's happening. Great stuff. But no, but particularly the last week, whatever I said really pissed off YouTube, or pissed off somebody somewhere that I committed thought crime. So YouTube's decided to nuke me. That's what like quite literally that's what they've done. They didn't nuke me before. They definitely have nuked me now. Um, so great stuff. Thought crime. But anyway, no further with anybody else before we get into the million topics we have to talk about. Yeah, no, but it was the last week. It was bad before. Do you remember when I was last live? I was saying about that, but it's particularly bad now. Whatever I did in the last week has really pissed off somebody somewhere. Um, um, I don't know what it could have been. Because you can see it in the algorithm, in the YouTube studio. And I'm not in it for the views. I don't make any money from YouTube, just to say too. Um, but it's a nuisance when you get censored. Your voice is censored. You're told to be quiet, pretty much, and not allowed to have your opinion. Um, it's not a great thing. I don't know about that one. I'm trying to think what I said that upset them. That's what I'm trying to figure out too. We need a great reset, indeed. Of course, allegedly, of course. I don't know what I said to really upset them. So, um, But that's that. But who's the girl? Who's the um uh also Hulk Hogan died today, just earlier on. Um, I don't know. It was in right old age. It was 71, 72, like a big enough age, you know. And particularly, you know, when you're a wrestler and stuff like that. The thing about it is with wrestlers and stuff, you know yourself, you're getting a lot of knocks to the head and stuff. Yeah, he was big. He was 80 something too. But he got, you know, as wrestlers, you know, wrestlers, WWE and stuff, you get knocks to the head, you get blows and stuff to the head. You know, obviously it takes its toll, especially when you get older. It definitely does, you know. Like I'm only young, and from bits and knocks and bobs you get on the roads and stuff like that, from doing work and stuff like that, you know. Oh, well, steroids too, but you know, but you get what I'm saying. But when you're one of them wrestlers, you know, you get injuries over years, and it takes its toll. Um, well, no, never. Um, Dog barking, yeah, it's not happy. Fight. Let me see the doggo. Yeah, so we get started and everything. So unfortunately, we have bad news to touch on first of all, and I'm sure the majority of people have heard this already. From County Fermanagh, just even 20 kilometers or so away from here, not just literally down the road, pretty much. Just outside Enniskillen there. Um, Now it's hard to know at the moment, so don't. I'm not going to say this is for certain and stuff, but it appears like it's a murder suicide that took place. Um, I think it's three people dead, yeah, and I think one's still in hospital. Um, and especially it's young children, unfortunately, were killed too. Um, I just get the information, so I'm, um, you know, saying the right things. In which county? County Fermanagh, just beside us in County Cavan. Uh, yeah, so a 13-year-old boy and a 14-year-old girl uh, were shot and killed. Um, um, but it does look like it was a murder suicide. And again, um, it's not confirmed, so I'm not going to say for 100% certain, but that's what it looks like at the moment. Um, so unfortunately, it's like the situation, the Bally Gem stuff a few years ago. If people remember that, you know it's very tragic. There's not much information apart from that. But, you know, but I said I mentioned it first. Um, So the next thing I'm going to talk about, obviously, there's millions of things I could talk about. See, so the next thing I talk about is everybody's heard about it. It's Trump and the Epstein files. And now Donald Trump, before the election, said he would release everything, like literally everything would be released. As we know, the files sitting on my desk waiting to review. The U.S. Attorney General said the file's on my desk waiting to review. Now apparently there's no file; it never existed. It was on our desk and now it never existed. Um, so obviously it goes without saying Donald Trump was definitely on the list, or definitely there was somebody high up that Donald Trump's trying to protect. Most likely in the Middle East, in a certain country in the Middle East that you're not supposed to talk about or criticize in any shape or form. Of course, that's probably why I got uh, a bit in trouble the last few weeks because I criticized a certain country you're not allowed to criticize. Oh, that was it. I said that was definitely. I only thought about that. I was criticizing Israel. I'm not supposed to say Israel, but I was criticizing Israel, and we can't have that. That's anti-Semitic. You can't do that. You can't have valid criticism of a country and its crimes and stuff. But yeah, definitely there were some people from Israel probably on the list. That's literally what I'm going with at the moment, and I think the majority of people can see that nearly. Um, Along with other people from the United States too, very influential people, Donald Trump's friends, etc. But the weird thing about it is, like everybody's like uproaring over it, and rightly so. People should be wired probably over it, because it literally is protecting pedophiles. Like whatever way you look at it, it's literally protecting pedophiles. What you're doing, and Donald Trump is literally telling people, "Shut up, shut up, shut up! I don't care. Go away." We're just, and it never existed. It was all a hoax. And even though he said for 100 million times that the files existed, etc. So it's, I don't know what to make of it, but it's definitely my opinion of Donald Trump um, is not great at the moment. Let's put it that way. Because he should have released the files. So when you promise something, you should do it. You should try and do it at least, and not just shout people down that's asking valid questions. And not even that too. You promised it. You made it one of your main campaign promises. Uh, you know, you owe it to the people who voted for you. But anyway, I don't know what people think about. What do you think, Gordon, as an American citizen, as a taxpaying citizen of this United States of America? Um, because it is all very sus. And especially because he wants everybody to shut up from talking about it. Uh, what is this now? I see we're having a minute. What happened? No, we were just talking about the Epstein files. Donald Trump, your president. How he said he would release them before the election. We're still here, and the files are on her desk waiting to review. And apparently, they just disappeared and went missing. Apparently, allegedly, of course, too. Um, because the American people, not even the American people, the world deserves to know what happened on that island and who was on his little notebook. Let's put it that way. Um, and it's of course important for Ireland too that the Epstein files are released, and it's important for every country that we know which Irish citizens took part in Jeffrey Epstein's abuse of children, etc. So we can get them and put them into prison, because definitely there's a few high-ranking people from Ireland probably should be in prison for what they done on Epstein's island. I don't know. That's sometimes, but it literally is. You see it yourself. Like he's literally protected. Like he's so guilty. Like I wouldn't mind if he released them, because he did promise to release them. You don't make promises that you can't keep. But he literally is so guilty. You ask him now. If you met him on the street now, he said, "Why are you talking about Jeffrey Epstein? That's a hoax. Shout you down. You know." And tell you to shut up. And then his supporters, his supporters himself, the people who voted for Donald Trump, are questioning, you know, why is he acting like this? Why is he saying this? And then he's saying, "Oh, my supporters, my former supporters and stuff," because you can't ask questions about Jeffrey Epstein and stuff. But of course, definitely everybody knows it. That definitely they had some association with Israel. Like Jeffrey Epstein definitely was related to some way as an Israeli operative. Definitely, there was some. There's no really doubt in my mind that it's the case, and in anybody's mind, because why would they be protecting it? You see at the United States mode, protecting Israel to back foot and settle. Israel's bombing, killing children, blowing them into millions of bits every day of the week in the aid station, go and collect food. Yeah, I seen that too, but that's even so too. But and America still backs them and still gives them the money to blow up innocent children. Um, like the severe questions need to be asked about that. Why, supposedly, the free world, the leader of the free world, the United States of America, is given an away regime loads of ammunition, bombs, grenades, everything to blow innocent children up, and then Jeffrey Epstein had some association with a certain foreign country. Not allowed to question these things, but it has to be questioned because there's no other conclusion when you come to this. Um, yeah, that too, but it's always very sus. I'm sure everybody can agree with me. Um, because if there was something to hide, if they didn't have anything to hide, why would you hide the information? But definitely they're protecting people. Like definitely is. Either Donald Trump or somebody associated with a certain foreign country. Um, oh, they're just so afraid. They just literally are so afraid. Um, that what they release could literally cause riots and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, like you said it there. Said like it'd be different if he tried. Said, "Oh, look, we release whatever we can and stuff." But he's been so unreasonable. You've seen it to yourself, to his own supporters, like literally saying his former supporters because they're asking questions. And this is something that people are entitled to know because Jeffrey Epstein, as you know yourself, was in with some very powerful people. Like this is not just your only Joe who went off and done these heinous crimes. This is people that literally had private jets bringing to his island to abuse children. Some presidents, former presidents, could probably sitting presidents, could be former Irish Taoiseachs, um, going to his island stuff, celebrities, etc. Like everybody has a right to know. And then these pictures of Bill Clinton and George W. Bush in his house. Nobody's ever questioned about them. If you don't know what I'm talking about. But of course, this is probably why YouTube's very upset with me because you're not allowed to ask these hard questions about Jeffrey Epstein because Jeffrey Epstein definitely was an agent of a foreign government. There's no doubt about it in the Middle East. You're a certain country that you're not supposed to question in any shape or form because you're far right extremist if you question this country. Even though they're killing thousands of innocent people, you're not allowed to question because there's definitely some because that's the only country like literally in my mind I explain why I'm thinking about this now the evidence I have to base it on because the only country in the world and the only people in the world to protect the most is the United States of Israel pretty much the United States of Israel. They protect no other country in the world like to protect Israel, like back foot and settle, like literally no criticism at all allowed of Israel. Like we've seen Donald Trump pulled out of I think it was United Nations up on the United Nations funding organization or something like that for literally questioning Israel and stuff like and it's supposed to be America first. Uh, it's insane. You know. Speaking of Donald Trump and all that, but yeah, you can see why Sean would have very upset with YouTube coming out with that kind of stuff. That's probably why, because and questioning Israel and questioning the links to Jeffrey Epstein and a certain country in the Middle East, because there was definitely some leaks. Like, there's no doubt about it. Of course, there was leaks to Ireland too, but not like he was literally a foreign agent working for the Irish state in America. That's a ridiculous statement to make, but that's not the case. But definitely Mossad and stuff, he definitely probably had connections with them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Like, for a person that says in God, like it was in God we trust and stuff, bring Christ back to the United States and stuff. That's what Donald Trump has said himself with his own mouth. You want to protect a person that abused children, like people that abuse children, covering up their tracks. Like, what? You know, like, hold on a second. Like, what kind of fucking delusion are you in? Excuse my language, but what kind of delusion is he in? Because you're not allowed to ask them questions. But yeah, South Park. They just say that South Park. Cheers. But South Park just literally released the new episodes there, and it's all over Twitter. I've seen this today earlier on too. Literally everywhere about this, and it's basically to do with Donald Trump. Pretty much the new South Park episode. If you haven't got a chance to go and watch, if you have a chance, because it's hard to describe it. But yeah, we move on, I suppose, from Donald Trump and stuff. So I just seen this here earlier on, and this is to do with Metrolink. Now, yeah, like literally, like that's what the demon. Any criticism at all. Oh yeah, but we want everything. Like, there's no discussion of what we like specifically we're looking for. We want everything, every shred of page, every page. Who was on it? Who was on his jets? Who was on this? What do they do? We want everything. Because they're definitely hiding something. So we want everything. There's no we want just the Epstein list or we want the flight log going to. We want everything. I know there's two different things, but we want it all. Like, there's no doubt. There's no doubt in anybody's mind. We want it all. Like, nothing's going to be hidden. Nothing should be hidden. Because the records that were in Ireland, when his private plane touched down in Ireland, have mysteriously disappeared. Mysteriously, but nobody's ever asked any questions about that here. But yeah, moving on from Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump and stuff, we're going to talk about Metrolink. Now, funny enough, I seen this, and there's a video going around on Twitter. It was on OT News in 2002. I wasn't even born, just to say, in 2002. I wasn't even born in 2002. And literally, they said by 2007, there would be a metro, an underground metro, going from the airport, Dublin Airport, into the city centre. And we're 23 years on, and we still haven't got there. Yeah, but we want everything. Like this, we want everything. Like everything, every shred of page, we want it. It was not even that. We're the only country, I think, in Europe that doesn't have its connection to the airport, like an underground connection or a train connection to the airport. And it's hurting, it's hurting the tourism too, and it really is. And not even that too. It's very convenient. I was on the underground in Helsinki. It's not as fast as the London underground, but it works the charm. It does its job pretty much. What I'm trying to say. So it'd be nice to have it, but you know yourself, it's going to take €3 trillion to build. Because it hasn't even started yet, and they're throwing money at it. Like, it's literally still at the planning stage. Like, they haven't even started building anything. So yeah, you probably seen it on my community post. But a bridge in near Bally, but a Black Lion, sorry, near Bally Gym stuff. It's not in Bally Gym stuff. Near Black Lion collapsed. Like literally half of the bridge went missing. What I mean by that is collapsed. It went missing. The bridge just disappeared. But no, it collapsed. Pretty much wear and tear and the weather. Oh yeah, something like that. But you know yourself, it take 3 trillion years before they ever do it. But is the fact of the matter they said in 2002 that they would have it done by 2007. You have it done, have it sorted, and we're still here. So regardless of what it is, like they were talking about, we're going to build a bypass around Virginia there, like a bypass to go past. Recently, the Lewis, yeah, but the Lewis is only a few lines, like compared to Helsinki. Like there's trams fucking everywhere in Helsinki. Like the trams are going everywhere, like quite literally. In Helsinki, it's everywhere. Like in Dublin, it's nothing compared to other countries. Like it's only a small thing. Oh, we already did. That's what I'm trying to say. Since 2002, we've wasted a few billion on it. Like this been tricking around, sorting it out. So at this stage, you might as well fucking build it and be done with it because they've already spent billions on it. So at least they're going to spend a few billion more. But we need. Yeah, no, but it should be expanded to other parts of the city too, if that makes any sense. Like it's only in the city centre, pretty much. It should be around the outskirts of the city and stuff. Oh, but Dublin's actually quite big. Like there's a million or so people in Dublin. Like Dublin has expanded a lot in the last few years. You have to remember. Skywise buildings, probably, maybe, but I don't think so. I don't foresee it yet. That's going to happen. Not yet. But you kind of need a metro too, because there isn't like the public transport in this country is dog water. Like there's no train in Cavan or Mullen. There's no such thing as a train. We don't even know what a train is. And imagine in two counties, there's no such thing as a train. You have to get the bus and stuff. Like it is crazy, you know. Yeah, but no, what I'm saying in Helsinki and stuff like that, there's trams in the city centre, but the trams also go out to the outskirts of the city to bring local people home from work and stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. Uh, so they're still being well used and stuff. Um, like to go out to the outskirts too in Helsinki and in Tapua too, to go to the outskirts of the city. Um, you know, yeah, but Dublin, yeah, I suppose it was all designed, I suppose, but in Dublin it was never designed. Hello, Fiona, how are we doing? But that's what I'm saying. It is well designed, Helsinki and stuff. But it just goes to show you that it puts all in the shame in terms of public transport. Like it really, really does put it to shame. Um, like even in Tapua, a smaller city compared to Dublin, there's buses going everywhere. There's trams, and yeah, it's quite insane. Um, but no, the transport in this country, like it's a joke. Um, So yeah, Donald Trump has threatened the European Union. Just going back to Donald Trump. Donald Trump has threatened the European Union with 30% tariffs. Uh, I think it's the beginning of August. Am I right? Beginning of August or end of August. So it doesn't look like there's going to be a deal between the European Union and the United States, unfortunately. So the Irish government are pretty much going to austerity measures. What I mean by that is it's time to get the sitters out. We're going to have to cut uh, everything. So there's going to be cuts. So me whole mountain's going to start running around with a pair of sitters. Are you looking forward to that? So we're going to have two lunatics in the row going around with sitters. Sitters. Where the fuck am I? Sorry, I'm looking for something here. Sorry. Where was it? Sorry, give me a moment. Sorry. I always, when I go looking for something, I can never find it. It's like literally always the fucking way in this bloody place. And then if I wasn't looking for it, it'd be right in front of me. Sittles, yes. Um. So yeah, it does look like there's going to be some kind of what do you call it? There's going to be some kind of job losses, etc. From all this. There's definitely going to be. How bad is it going to be? We don't know that yet. To be honest. Um, but hopefully not too many. But it does look like there's going to be at least maybe 30,000 or so jobs gone. Hopefully not, but it does look that way. Um, now, um, there's that many. There's that many things we could talk about. Can we saw? No. I'm just trying to think what should I talk about now because there's that many things to talk about. Um, yeah, there's just that many things to talk about. I don't know what I don't really know what to go to next. To be totally honest. Um, yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, you see. You do get a bit depressed and down and stuff, of course, but you just kind of have to try and make light of it. Like in a weird way, and I know it sounds stupid. You have to try and laugh at it because it's better to laugh than cry. But you know, it's hard not to affect you. Basically, what I'm trying to say. But you have to try and make light of it. You know, if that makes any sense. Because if you took it really bad and took it too serious, you would generally drive yourself mad. You generally wouldn't. And no cotton on that. Yeah, that's the way I kind of do it. It's like you often see me here, even though there's a lot of dark stuff and stuff, of course. But I try and do make light of it. You know, even though it's you know you do take it all in and stuff, of course. But you know, you have to try and look at the bright side of it. You have to try and find some kind of positive out of it, or some kind of thing to try and keep you sane. Because you know, do you get what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm making any sense, but that's the way I kind of go. Um. So yeah, is anything else? Anything anybody want to talk about? Because there's literally that much things. I don't know where we even cover half of the stuff. I think we might just leave half the stuff. Because literally it'd be too much to explain and it'd be insane. That's the worst thing about not being live for a long time because it's just too much. There's too much of a backlog. Yeah, go on. Yeah, because there is a lot of stuff to do with immigration and stuff like that. We could talk about here, but like quite literally, we would be here all day if I went on about it. Because we could go into this thing and then the other thing and then this other thing and then that other thing. Like it would generally drive you mad the amount of stuff we could talk about. How's my day going so far? Oh, not too bad. Uh, nothing too much happened today. It was a quiet day. There's nothing really too much to report today, which is, I suppose, a good thing. Um, yeah, no, nothing really at all. It wasn't any fun at all. Great stuff. Mighty stuff. Jesus, we can't be asking the man the business. Where was that? Where's this deal? Between your phone. Who, me? Yeah. Oh, you asking right. I was going to say, why would I want to meet Norma Foley? Why would I want to meet her? You know, I would rather meet the devil. But to be totally honest, I don't know about that one. I don't think I'd rather meet the devil. I don't even know who that is. So, I don't know my out of touch. What's the story? Norma Foley terrorizing fucking children. Excuse my language. But that's what she's doing. She's going around terrorizing children. Norma Foley's keeping very quiet. Don't know why. That doesn't sound too good. But she's minister. You have to remember she's the minister for children and disabilities and stuff. But she's been kept very quiet, so she's been told to shut up. Because literally anybody that looks at it, loses the will to live. So it's all the better Norma Foley's keeping quiet. Nobody really wants to listen to him. Well, it's all the better. In a few weeks, well, probably, do you know what'll happen? She probably end up, her Martin a step down or something like that, or he retire or something like that, and she have to take his place. Something like that's going to happen, and then that's what they're setting up for, maybe conspiracy theory. But her Martin will retire. Take his head, go off to the Bahamas, enjoy his retirement, and leave the country to ruin, of course. And she'll take over the reins. That's a terrifying thought. That could happen. Well, no one before him never, I'd like to presume she's some kind of singer. I know. Oh, well, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you're delighted at that. But that's awesome. That's quite cool. Oh yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. But that's quite cool, Brian. Where was this in? This was probably in Dublin, I presume. I was going to say Charlotte was in Cavan. But that's good. Don't get me wrong. That's cool. I don't know who the person, but I presume it's some celebrity. But that's cool. That's a nice thing. Tree Arena. Oh yeah. Well, look, you want the football and stuff. Well, that's a good thing. Did you got a photo, I presume, and stuff? Like a video or something like that. Of it. I think to save the memory, I suppose, because that's what people nowadays would do. Like you see all the times when the cuts and stuff, people have their phones and stuff up to take pictures, even though the person's reaching the hand or whatever. Yeah, did you enjoy your cut? You enjoyed it anyway. That's a good thing. As long as you enjoyed it, that's the main thing. Do you like pickles? No, not really. Never really had pickles. We don't answer. Oh, well, that's good. You have a good memory to remember by. You have a good what do you call it? Archive, I suppose, to remember by. Mm. Geez, everybody's going to concerts. Am I out of touch? No, it's the children that's out of touch. Well, that's good. Yeah. So you got to see her now. Oh, like literally everybody you've seen on your list. Well, to be totally honest, it's a good thing to have a list in at the moment. Um, but yeah, that's cool. Well, yeah, that's good. I'm delighted for you. It's always good when things work out. Um, no, we're not going to go there with a list because it might be, lists are not that popular now at the moment. With the sun and fires and stuff like that. Oh yeah, we were just talking about that earlier on. Yeah. Um, but he was a right old age too. Uh, yeah. Stop eating the remote. I probably should. Remotes don't taste nice. Fuse off fuse. Oh yeah, but people here know about it. I'm just not in with the kids. Um, I probably know if they could show me a photo of him. But you get what I'm saying. It's not that I'm big in England, right? That I just I presume she's a pop star, like a super like singer and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? That's not really my jive. The only person I've seen was with Chicano. That's the only person I would say I've seen that's a singer or kind of a songwriter and stuff like that. Yeah, he did that. Yeah, um, he did that too. Um, but it's always good when somebody like wants to meet somebody to meet somebody. It's great to see. Like I see videos on YouTube and on Twitter all the time. Young, but young fans particularly. Uh, who was it? There was a young person one time. It must have been about 8 or 9, yeah, something like that. And they wanted to meet Lady Gaga or something like that. I remember some celebrity. It might have been Lady Gaga. I don't know. Someone like one of them big pop stars. Um, and it's really really great to see such a young person, uh, so happy and stuff like that. Like the child was so delighted. But just even a few seconds of just getting a photo and stuff like just delighted, pure joy, like quite literally joy, and it costs literally nothing. But pure joy in that child's face is always great to see. Like the joy in somebody's face when they get to meet somebody they want to see. You get what I'm saying. Um, yeah, it's always great to see. Like there's tons of them videos out there. Um, I still remember the time just speaking about it. I'm still bitter about this moment. But SS Sniper Wolf, the YouTuber, the time there was a girl literally like dying of cancer, a young girl dying at 13 of literally cancer, only a few months to live. And SS Sniper Wolf brushed it off, didn't want to meet the young lassie, literally dying of cancer. Um, didn't want to be, he kept pushing it off and stuff. Even it was just a phone call, like that's all it was, not like literally doing anything else. Um, you know, discussed and stuff. But thankfully she did it eventually. That's because literally everybody was up in arms of it, and rightly so. Everybody should have literally mad, like everybody did go mad about it, and only for that that's the only reason why she done it, because everybody literally went and then blew up over it, and widely so. I blew up over it at the time too, because it was so disrespectful. And it just goes to show you too, SS Sniper Wolf doesn't have a soul pretty much in that incident. Just doesn't have a soul. Then Jack's films, he had two docs and him imagine turning up to somebody's house and putting it on the internet. And the worst thing about that was too that YouTube done nothing about it. Like YouTube should have probably suspended her for a few weeks, so got rid of her channel completely for doxing. You know. But it just goes to show you too, some people that like I see it all the time on YouTube too. There's so many young women, particularly, look at SS Sniper Wolf like, oh, she's very successful and stuff, and I want to be like her and stuff. But again, you have to be careful who you look up to. You know, if that makes any sense. Because she quite literally docked somebody, and YouTube only took away her ad revenue for a few weeks. Like they probably should have like suspended her for a few months or whatever. But it just goes to show you some people shouldn't be in them positions, you know. Particularly when they like that, something like that. It isn't right. But there's people that are very humble and very, noble, particularly just on with YouTubers and streamers and stuff. There's some people that's very humble. And that's the people you want the kind of support. The people that are over the top and stuff and just want the money. They're not great people to have. Yeah, we were just, well, it's not as bad as it used to be. It used to be a lot worse on this platform. It's got a bit better, thankfully. You still come across the odd, particularly the ads on YouTube. There's a lot of like literally porn ads. Excuse my language, but that's literally what it is. Not so much like videos, but literally porn ads that's been like literally shown by YouTube to people. It's insane. What do you mean not nice to my fans? I always literally go out of my way when anybody's literally like anywhere near me, like says hello to me or anything that knows me from YouTube. I always go out of my way to talk to them. Like quite literally said people Christmas cards at Christmas and stuff. Not to mention I often done things for people. Said different things and stuff to people. There's one time one person wanted like an air freshener. I don't know if people remember that. I literally went out and got him an air freshener and signed my autograph on it. So, and like I'm not claiming to be the most greatest YouTuber or anything like that. I'm far from it. But I do my best to be nice to people. That's what I do. Because it really costs you nothing to be nice to people. Like you don't really hear me. Like usually YouTubers are like, "Oh, give me money, give me this, give me that." As you see in my channel, there's literally no option to donate anything, and that should be the way it is. Because I'm not entitled to go around looking for money from people. Give me this, give me that, give me the other. Literally, Tony was literally commenting last night. Wanted me to go live last night. And literally now when we're live, he's nowhere to be found. Yeah, unskippable ads. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Sexy games and stuff like that. Off. And a lot of these are just scams too. Like a lot of the ads on YouTube are just scams. Like quite literally just scams. Things that don't even exist. Those ads for. And literally, they watch your crypto account. Like it's a mess. It's a joke. We'll probably be going in a few minutes at 8 o'clock or so. So we'll chat for another few minutes, I know. Now, I don't know we'll be live Saturday, just to say, just before anybody asks me. I don't know. We might see. Hopefully, we will. For a while, at least, I know. Hopefully. Hopefully, nothing goes wrong. Hello, Fresh, yeah, stuff like that. I'm just thinking about it. Yeah, thankfully, I don't have an ad on my channel. Like a lot of YouTubers do, and they don't need the money. A lot of them don't even need the money. But they literally pile on ads. Like literally every 5 seconds a day now, there's ads on my videos I watch, and I watch very few videos a week. Like, maybe you're lucky, maybe 10 to 15 hours, like in the background. And half of the videos are just ads, and they're greedy. Like that's all it is pure greed. Like a lot of them don't even need the money. Like they don't need it. Like what they get in donations and stuff, it's good enough. They don't need the ads along with that. It's just being greedy. That's all it is. It's greed. It's just constantly wanting more, and it's not a good thing. Constantly wanting more because you're never satisfied. You always want more and more and more. But when do you ever say stop? That's the thing. But you can get banned and yeah, just in case the YouTube bot seals. YouTube bot. Fine Gael, fine fall, will not catch you as you fall. Fine Gael and fine fall. Fucking Belgily. What the fuck was this? Slams. Fine Gael and fine fall. Also, apparently there was election rigging in Kerry. What I mean by that is there was votes turned up. People didn't well, we already know that happened across the country. What is happening here? Sorry, I'm reading through something now. Yeah, but particularly in like that area, it's supposed to be somebody related to the Healy Ways. Got somebody's voting card and voted, even though it wasn't the person, supposedly. Hello, Davey, how we doing? Oh, well, yeah. Like it's pretty much a song. It's hard to describe, but it's pretty much a song of pretty much being exiled. In my opinion, that's the way I look at it. It's like being exiled and like going to America and stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty much a lot of people sing it. Like abroad and stuff, when Irish people go away. Um, that's the way I kind of see it. Um, Also, I forgot to say, the Gaudi can spying, Well, not yet. They haven't passed the legislation for it. But soon the legislation probably will be in place. And they can look at your WhatsApp groups and stuff to find out if you're committing top crime. The biggest crime. They want to make sure you're not committing top crime. We don't want to commit top crime. You're not allowed to commit top crime. So. Yeah, like there's many instances like that. And there's people on the list that are dead 50 years. And then there's people who are on the list that never existed. Like there's many questions about that. But of course, this incident in Kerry, it's the first time kind of that's been, identified, I suppose. Now, the person literally took another person's voting card and voted on their behalf. And they have links to the former, like a minister, a junior minister in the government. I don't know if you've seen that. Hello, Tony. Good evening. You were dying for us the last few days. Now we're here. That's such an awful thing to say, dying for us. It's not a bank holiday this weekend, no. It's next weekend, isn't it? It's next weekend, yeah. It's next weekend, yeah. It's not this weekend, the bank holiday. So there'll be no probably, going out to the pubs or anything. But I never do that anyway. But, majority of people won't be doing it. You imagine we're already near August. Next Friday is the 1st of August. Think about that for a second. Sit there and think about that. Next Friday is the 1st of August. Where does the time go? Like, where does it go? Answer me that. Well, that's a nice way to look at it, Ryan. Nothing's doomed. Nothing's ever said. Nothing's ever set in stone. Let's put that way. Things can change overnight. It's all about wanting to change and being willing to, fight for change and willing to change. That's the thing. You just need to find it, I suppose, in your soul. That's the thing. And obviously, at the moment, that's not the case. So do you know? Eventually, will happen. Hello, Litting. How are we doing? Not too bad. Not too bad. How are we? Today, Litting? What do you mean? I mean the people eventually will take back change. The people will bring back the change. What I mean by that, not the people in the door. They're fucked. Like whatever they do, they're no addition. I'm saying the people will, because it's all about the people. At the end of the day, as Santa Marin said in Dublin, it is all about people, and that's the thing. It's, the people, the government are only an entity. A people is a nation. That's the thing. I'm fine, maybe not bad. That's good to hear. Great to hear, Litting. Yeah, that's what I'm saying around that. And there's people on the West that dead 30 years, or people that literally never existed. Like there's cases of people literally never existed. And then there's cases of people getting 3 or 4 polling cards. It's insane. Insane. And especially because, again, you have to remember in November there's the presidential election in a few months' time. Also, the presidential election, I never said a word about the presidential election, so we all know Catherine Connolly's going for it. We now know Maureen McGuinness is pretty much guaranteed to be going for it. We don't know about anybody else pretty much at this stage. The talk with Dr. Tony Houlihan that really should be in prison, Dr. Tony Houlihan. So we see what happens. If Independent Ireland backs him, then I don't know what to say to you about Independent Ireland, but they're not much addition. Because quite literally, in the European election, Kieran Maloney said, I'm going to be anti-Fianna Gael. I'm going to fight for Ireland and the European Union. And then goes off and joins Fianna Fáil, So thanks be to God I was in Finland when the European elections were going on, because I would be very upset with Kieran Maloney right now if I voted for him. Literally, for him to go into the European Union and side with Fianna Fáil and everything, quite literally. Hello, Elna. Good evening. How are we doing? Well, we don't know about Bertie. Bertie's been keeping very quiet. He's busy winning money in the horses, apparently. Oh, he's the former Taoiseach. He won a lot of money in the horses back in the day. He's very lucky in the horses. So and so they tell us. Of course, the Manhattan Tribunal. we could write the book on it. It costs a few billion euro to have a tribunal, too, just to say. A few billion. Just to have a few pieces of paper saying, yeah, things were done. That's pretty much what it said. Yeah, it was the Irish Taoiseach on Taoiseach. He was a crook. That's that way. And he won loads of money in the horse, allegedly. And then don't get me started with this buying cavan. But yeah, we see who goes to the presidency. They're talking about Dr. Tony Holohan. Would you be fucking mad, anybody, to support Dr. Tony Holohan? And then they're talking about somebody from what's your man's name? There's a River Dats or something. I can't think of his name. There's some other man wanting to go seek a nomination to the presidency. Yeah, that's him. Thanks, Aaron. I couldn't think of it. Yeah. Don't have much to say about him. I have nothing against him. I have nothing to say about him. I know a bit about him. I don't know much about him. But he's not guaranteed. Catherine Connolly and Marie McGuinness is pretty much guaranteed to be on the list. Not on that list. On the presidential ballot. Not on the list. Not on that list in America. No, not that list. They're not on that list yet. Yeah, no bank account. No bank account is necessary for finance. But you won the money in the horses. Yeah, listen to me for a second. There's no hope in hell Conor McGregor is going to get anything in the press. No hope in hell. I seen him posting earlier on about he's going to summon the Minister for Finance up towards Erdogan if he wins the presidency. The president has no authority. I don't know if he understands the Constitution. The Irish Constitution says it very clearly. The president can't summon eggs. He can't even do anything to summon anybody. He can't do that. Simple as that. The president doesn't have the authority to summon anybody to be answerable to anything. It's the Taoiseach who has the power to summon anybody, but it's not the president. The president has no authority to summon a minister or anything. Yeah, I know. Imagine being Minister for Finance, yeah. Bertie was a quick. But see, the thing about it, Sean, you know yourself, the old people love Bertie. The old people love Bertie O'Hanlon. They love him. They love him. They literally love him. There's elderly people I know who are in their 70s and 80s speak very fondly about Bertie O'Hanlon. It's like Stockholm Syndrome. But we see what happens with the presidency. It's hard to know what's going to happen. But yeah. But Conor McGregor hasn't a hope in hell, just to say so. He hasn't a hope in hell of getting anything. And to be totally honest, there's not much loss. I wasn't really going to vote for him anyway, to be totally honest. Because not only that, I know people are saying we should all vote anti-government and stuff. But this is the thing. Conor McGregor is a loudmouth, first of all. The second thing is, the things that he's saying he's going to do is not the power of the president. The Constitution says it very clearly. The president's only a ceremonial role. Pretty much the only thing he has to do is sign laws into the country. That's the only thing he can affect, really, pretty much. He can't do anything else. So, I can't think there was other people who put were thrown around for the presidency. Is that Peter Casely going to be one for the presidency? Do we know? I haven't heard much from Peter Casely. Does anybody know? I don't know. Does anybody know? Because I haven't heard much about it. Because we'll be sick of listening to it in a few weeks' time. Dustin the Talkie, yeah, Dustin will do a great job. I would nearly vote for Dustin the Talkie. Yeah. Dustin the talkie. I wouldn't be surprised if it was put to the people to probably vote for Dustin. We sent them to the Eurovision that time too. We sent them to the Eurovision to represent the Eurovision. Witchy Kavanagh. Oh, well, poor Witchy. He's not too well nowadays. He wouldn't be fit for it. He's not too great. Oh, Dustin's part. Yeah, well, you probably do it. Yeah, go on, Gordon. But here's the question: who should be the person of Ireland? I know Sean's probably going to say me, but I'm kind of fine. I don't want to be in the hours, please. I rather sit here. Everybody has to go up and sit in hours and look to one. Did you fill in the potholes? We always fill in the potholes. Oh yeah, but this is the thing, Little England. But this he can't do anything. Pretty much, he can't do anything. If he wants to do something, it's the doll of the Shannon. Like I don't like Michael D. Higgins, but you can't really do anything as the person. This is the thing. Like you might as well nearly sit at home, than become the president of Ireland. Because there's no power. There's no power to it. It's just a constitutional vote. Nothing really to it. There's no way of changing anything. You know, there's a lot of people doing things at these migrant centres. But this is all one big gravy train. It's all about the money. Like it's nothing else but money. They're not doing it for goodness of people's health anyway. It's all greed. Excuse me, sorry, apologies. Now, much when probably never. But yeah, there actually is news. How would I phrase this? Come on. No, I probably shouldn't say it, but okay. No, I won't say it. No, we'll get into that big discussion, and we don't want to get into that big discussion of that. into heaven. Like whoever, to be totally honest, whoever seeks redemption in life, what I mean by that is who atones for their sin, pretty much. As the Bible says, whoever believes in God, and whoever who repents their sin, um, gets to heaven, pretty much. So that means anybody, quite literally, whoever like repents for the crimes or whatever they've done in life, because we all sin, we all do evil, like misdeeds, evil. Uh, it's whoever looks for forgiveness, I suppose. Um, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that makes any sense. But that's what the Bible says, pretty much. Yeah, I seen that. I don't know, too, but G. Yeah, that's exactly what Little England said there. That's literally what the Bible says. Um, quite literally. Um, and if you seek forgiveness, of course, too, for your actions and stuff. Oh, um. So yeah, is there anything else actually just before we go? Is there any other things anybody want to talk about? Because there's literally 100 million things we could talk about. 100 million things. 100 million. Yeah, Mr. Boss is just talking about GTA 7. Like we have jumped GTA 6 and talking about GTA 7 now. Like that's what he did. Like quite literally made a video talking about GTA 7, and GTA 6 hasn't even come out yet. Like try and make sense of that one, because like imagine literally the game that you've been waiting for the last 20 years is coming out next year, supposedly, allegedly, and then you go on to top of GTA 7. like you know, like come on now, like come on. But as I say, it's all agreed with Mr. Boss. Like he's talking rubbish, like he's making up shit as he goes along. Um, and he's misleading people. Like there's genuine people there, the young children that don't understand. They think he's talking sense and they think he's talking knowledge, but he hasn't. He's talking rubbish. Um, pretty much, yeah. That's when it's going to be, yeah. But still, Mr. Boss with wins like, oh, it could come out in 5 minutes. GTA 7. Like that, quite literally, he actually made a video talking about GTA 7. Like he actually did. Like quite madness. I don't think it would be Bowen because they literally, if there ever was going to be riots and civil unrest and a literal war, if GTA 6 is not a good game, there's literally going to be riots in the street. You know that, like quite literally, they will, because people would literally lose their minds having to wait 13 years for a game, and it's not a great game. Like people will literally go mad. Like, do you not understand that? People will literally go absolutely mental. Um, But Red Dead Redemption 2 was the last Rockstar game was a good game now. Like nobody can deny. Like Red Dead Redemption 2, the ending of Red Dead Redemption 2 uh, was amazing. There's no other word. Like it's just no other word. It's perfect. Um, like it was generally amazing game Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, but particularly Red Dead Redemption 2 was very good now. Like Arthur Morgan is the best character, like of any game. Like the hands down Alton Morgan is. GTA 4 is good too. It still holds up to this day, yeah. But Nico Bellic was written well done and stuff. But compared to Alton Morgan, there's nothing like that. Big Smoke. So like GTA San Andreas 2 still hopes to this day too. But with Alton Morgan in Red Dead Redemption 2 is perfect. Because here you had at the beginning of the game a Cole outlaw who broke the law, killed people. And by the end of the game, he's we're not going to spoil it, but you get what I'm saying. It shows redemption too. It really does. So there's a new Mafia game coming out. Actually, I forgot to say. The end of next month, we might play a bit of it. How does that sound? We might play an hour or two of it. We'll see how we get on. Hopefully we'll be good at it. If it is any good, we might play a good bit more of it. But that's not coming out until next month. Because we did play all the Mafia games on the channel back a few years ago. Mafia 2, Mafia 3, Mafia 1. I tell you, the amount of people I know that are in Spain at the moment is insane. Like, it's all the Irish people just going to Spain now. What is this? Just need to look at this for a second. What was this and when was this? So we missed 500,000 things, sorry. Pickles, I always said I don't really like it. Yeah, but no, but on holidays, like the amount of Irish people going on holidays now to Spain is insane. Like I'm just looking at my Twitter now, and it's madness. The amount of people that's in Spain, like taking photos in Spain. Not even that on my Facebook and stuff. It's just full of people going to Spain. There's more people in Spain now than in Ireland. Like I don't know where they're all going. Oh, and an aircraft. I mean, the fellow got sucked into an aircraft engine. Yeah, I seen that in Italy. That's what you're talking about. I must be the only Irish person that ever was in Spain. That never was in Spain, sorry. Let me see, sorry. Oh, what have I done now? Everything is blowing up. Let's see now, sorry, give me a moment. To Venezia as we speak. No, we're not going to Venezia. Um, um, she was in Italy there the other day. Um, in Venice, yes, that was it. Who? Yeah. Oh, but yeah. Yeah, but no, this is the other day. She's back in the homeland now. Um, she's not there now, so yeah, lads and lasses, we might leave there for tonight. So, what? Anything before we go? That goes it in. So yeah, anything else? Any last words? I know that sounds a bit dangerous. Um, yeah, later, England. See you later. We could be back Saturday. We see how we how we go. We see how we get on. Same question from Gordon. Like what? What? Um, great stuff, mighty stuff. Um, so yeah, we leave it there. Thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate it. I know it's been you've probably been looking for me the last few weeks without live streaming. So hopefully we'll be live Saturday. Hopefully, but yeah, we'll be back soon. Hopefully YouTube won't shoot me. But yeah, take care everyone and enjoy the rest of the night. I talk to you Saturday hopefully. I do have some videos up from the last few days, so if you have a chance, give them a watch if you can. And I talk to you later. Good night.